Good morning. This is Jeanette Lowry. I am going to turn the music off. Hope you all are doing well this morning. Boy, I cannot believe how fast time has gone. It's already the end of summer, and I'm hating that, but it's all good. I hope that you guys are doing well. I'm going to just put my comments on so that you can pop a comment in if you choose to. Today, I'm talking to coaches in particular. I've been a coach pretty much my whole life, or I was coached. My name is Jeanette Lowry, and I'm just going to give you a quick background and then jump right into some numbers because I think it's important that people who are interested in a second income stream really have the whole big picture about the company, the products. Certainly, is it something that is appealing and people want? And is there money in it for you? And I always tag on, is there leadership with such a company where you can get training either online or in person? So those things I always tell people to look at when they're considering a second income. Also, you really don't want to hook your, self up to a company that's less than 10 years old. Why? Because most of them don't make it, or the legacy aspect of that company is not there. Perhaps the owner started the company with the end in mind to cash out and leaving everybody in a quandary as to where to get the products or where's the money. So it's really important that you do some due diligence. And I am a student of doing due diligence. I love being a lifetime learner. I started in home-based businesses back in 1990 from my coaching of fitness, health, wellness, weight wellness, no dieting. I was a gymnast prior to that, University of Oregon, competed and trained with elite gymnasts for, oh my gosh, 10, 15 years, I would say, through college, where I got a scholarship, competed. So my whole life has been around discipline, about everything was about the nutrition. Everything was about what I put in my body. The outcome would actually show up. If it was crap or junk, then I was not in the mood for training, nor would I compete well. So I've always been into clean eating before all this chemicalization, fertilization, all the toxic buildup has been presented into our food supply and water and air. So those of us that are, coaching others in the health wellness arena in particular, where they're looking for physical change in their body and or mental, perhaps it's confidence, whereby you can offer a product line or a product system that will enable them to reach that goal. I have put across the bottom the banner. This is the company is called Isogenics, and I've been with the company now for going on 7 years. My first run in network marketing started in 1990. Worked it for 7 years. Retired for 20 on recurring income. So I think I know what I'm talking about when I say this is a vehicle that you can actually build up over time and create a walkaway income for you and your family. When you're coaching, what do? You exchange your time, your talent, your expertise in exchange for money. So you work an hour, you get paid an hour. This is not that. This is an add-on income that is recurring, can be recurring, or it can be just upfront cash. And there's plenty of people right now with the economy we find ourselves in, inflation. People cannot even meet the ends with the paycheck that they're bringing home today. So this is an option for those that, would love to have some money up front because it's paid weekly, which is very different from most companies that pay monthly. And it's deposited direct into your account. So there's no going through anybody. This is a very high-tech company. Just put $20 million into the new web portal for your customers to be able to purchase from. So you don't stock inventory. You don't have to keep things on your shelf. You don't have to tie up your money. This is a brand partner that is going to allow you to do what you do best, which is your expertise, your passion, training others for better health, wellness, mental health, being the best they can be. That is my passion. When I was locked down like all of you with COVID, I said, Jeanette, I kept getting phone calls. I'll preface it this way, from a girlfriend who I worked with in my first company, who also had retired from that company. And she said, look, I found a nutrition company. It's got everything that we look for and more. The compensation is unbelievable. And it's a legacy company, which means they're not going to go away. So I said, Susan, call me back next year. So she called me for 5 years. And she had already made $1 million with the company, leading other people to better health. And I finally said yes after 5 years. It took me 3 days of putting these products into my body. Remember, I had been eating clean. So I was not eating crap. I was not buying boxed cereals or canned foods. I was going to farmers markets and, whole food stores. So when I put these products in my body, it took 3 days for me to recognize that my right shoulder, the inflammation that I had had chronically in my rotator cuff, was not there anymore. For almost 20 years after injuring my rotator cuff, inflammation always happened. So I was raising bins above my head, handing these bins to my husband, putting away Christmas decorations. And I said, oh my gosh, my arm doesn't hurt. That was my first clue that there's something different about these products, besides tasting fantastic and having all this science behind them. So I flew out to the company 2 weeks later. This is just Christmas time around, and met the professionals that were with this company. I mean, doctors, teachers, you name it, every walk of life, a lot of personal trainers, a lot of fitness people. But for the most part, these were people that wanted to find leverage. They were sick and tired of the 9 to 5. They were sick and tired of exchanging time for money. They wanted their own business or side hustle that they could blend with what they currently are doing. So I walked away from there and I said, launch a platform to help others. I love women. I want moms to be home with their kids because families function better with one parent home. And I know with COVID, talking to a lot of peers, they want to be home too. And other people in the health, salon industry, I mean, this is just a win-win for supplemental income. So let me dive right in to the big picture and talk to you about what is possible from the standpoint of money. What is time leveraging? First of all, I found this out because of my first experience in this network marketing, or I like to call it virtual entrepreneurship. There's some bad companies out there you don't want to touch, but when you have longevity, as Isagenix does, with 22 years under our belt, science-based, 20 published studies in major medical and health journals, there's a clue for people that really want premier. So time leveraging means that it's not me putting in 8 hours a day. It's many people who also have a vision for themselves, their family, their dreams and goals, so they too can create that income to walk away eventually from their 9 to 5, fire their boss if they want, or at least supplement, pay the overhead with your business that you currently have. So time leverage means there's a lot of us putting in hours for our own businesses, but with this company, the compensation pays you one side. There's 2 teams that we build. Let's just talk about the one team right now. That one team gets populated by everybody I bring in, you bring in, your people bring in, who also want to try the product or launch a business. So you're getting paid on the hours of 10, 20, hundreds of people. That to me is leverage. And I know if you work 9 to 5, or you're stuck behind a chair, or you're in the gym exchanging time for money, you'll be able to see pretty quickly how this can be a benefit to you. So let's just talk really fast about the different ways to get paid. Right now, it's a 20% upfront cash on any products your customer orders. There's different systems in place that have been put together by scientists for weight wellness, in particular, healthy aging, energy, holistic foods. There's sleep products. There's stress release products. There's products for everyone. Natural Beauty is our newest launch, and the collagen elixir, which I'll talk about in a minute, sold 1 million bottles in the first hour. So that should be a clue. And the repeat orders with this company are in the 90% range. The reorder rate for people ordering products, that is unheard of. So 20% upfront commission. Anything you introduce somebody to, you're going to make 20% on their order. That should say 460. It got cut off. Sorry about that. Anyway, right now through Sunday, the company put a promotion out. So you're going to be able to double that 20% to 40% on products purchased. So Sunday, midnight, Eastern Standard Time, instead of making $460, you're going to make $920. Pretty easy math, incredible opportunity. So one of the big product packages that most people, or a lot of people, come in with is called our Reset Weight Wellness Package, because it contains products that will help detox the body, get the system clean. Definitely you want to help people get clean, because the toxic world we live in, you guys, is killing us. It's not only adding more stress, but that stress hormone cortisol, which you all know about, I'm sure, keeps our belly fat clinging to those internal organs on the outside. Belly fat goes up as stress goes up, and it's very hard to release that. There's studies with this company, we can release that. So with this 40%, you can actually spend to get your first product yourself, $330, and you'll get back $314 by sharing this with 2 people before Sunday. That's a win-win. If you're interested in easy money, quick money, but absolutely long-term products. Oops, let's go back. Okay. So if I bring in those 2 people, I'm going to make that $314. But what if those 2 people also want the incentive, which is also free products? With any purchase over $200, the free products you're going to get is $100 value. And those products are our premier skincare. 2 out of the 4 products you get free. So besides ordering your own product, helping 2 other people get the freebies themselves, I will come in and help you help them get 2 people. And for you, in your bank account is is money, cash, for $787. This is good through Sunday. The only thing that changes after Sunday is the 40% goes back to the 20%, and there's no gift with purchase. So what is in this 30-day reset? It is really a true measurement of resetting the body from day 1 to day 30. Getting a reset, detoxing the body, getting rid of all the buildup so the body can work the way God intended it to work, which is to be able to detox. The liver is supposed to be detoxing, but it's so overwhelmed with toxic buildup, it's really starting to diminish its power. So 64 meal replacements come in this package. We have 2 meals a day from this package. You can make shakes, which are thick, delicious, yummy, or you can make cereal from it. It's your choice. And then you eat 1 meal at night, fork and plate, and we have all kinds of recipes. You're also going to get the stress release product, Ionic Supreme, which helps to calm and lower that stress level. Cleanse for Life is the product that launched this company. It is a full-on adaptogen, botanical blend elixir that you drink during the 1 or 2 cleanse days that you put yourself on. During that, you're going to get protein snacks throughout the day and lots of water. And what you're going to find is you're going to start peeing out toxic buildup and flushing that stubborn fat. You're going to get a metabolism booster. We don't use any ephedrine or anything bad. It's green tea extract. So it's very clean, all sourced clean, triple checked. You do your homework. Isogenicshealth.net, isogenicshealth.net. Fantastic way to do your homework. And you'll get a flush to help, with the bowel movements. It's a phenomenal way to get started. So the other choice is the collagen elixir. This collagen, like I said, was a blockbuster. The other blockbuster, there's so many people that are having hair issues today. They're losing their hair. They're, male pattern baldness, women losing their hair through hormone, menopause changes. This is a beautiful combination because after 30 days, you take before and after pictures, you will see a difference. We have a lookbook. I've got a link at the very end. You can go look at pictures before and after, look at the science. But suffice it to say, you purchase this for the hair and the collagen, 60 bottles. You drink 2 collagens a day. You get the free products. It's going to cost you $305. You're going to get back $244 plus another $50. And we help 2 more people, $769. So you've covered your products, which is a beautiful thing to get started so that you can convince yourself that this is for real. It's all connected. There's so many ways to make money with this company. The first way is the product introductory bonus, which we just talked about, 20%, 40% up till Sunday. The next way is by helping 2 people get started on any products they want. It's not just about the 2 that I'm mentioning. I'm just trying to simplify it for everybody. But the company will pay you an additional up to $2,050 for 2 people you bring in and help them, 4 people, 6 people, up to 10 people. So there's money throughout in the first 6 months, and this is just another incentive. The other one, I'm going to pass that. The other one is every time you help somebody share with 2 people. Now, sharing with 2 people, what does that mean? Well, when you get results with a product, your skin changes. You've flushed 10 pounds of body fat. Your muscle is actually responding because the protein is so clean. You're absorbing most of those amino acids and the goodness of protein. You're not just absorbing like when you have chicken or, basically protein food that has been sterilized, fertilized, GMO'd. You're only getting a percentage of that protein. This is clean, pure, and you are absorbing 99% of it. So what I noticed, I'm 63, what I noticed is my muscles started responding after the first 30 days. It was like, wow, I'm getting muscles again. I have more muscle today in my body than I did when I was competing in gymnastics and training all day or teaching fitness classes. More muscle today, which is important, ladies especially, and men, because we start losing our muscle tissue as we age. It's just a common thing that happens to us as we age. So after the age of 40, you should be doubling up your protein. Whatever your goal weight is, say your goal weight is 150 pounds, you should be consuming 150 grams of protein in a day. How on earth are you going to do that? You'd be having to meal prep for a year just to get a week's worth of meals. Seriously. And you'd be consuming way too many calories. So this is the way: 240 calories, 24 grams of protein. We do have higher protein shakes, but it's a full meal replacement with all the macros and all the micros. It is already put together for you. Twice a day, takes a minute, mixed with water and ice, and it tastes like a thick, rich shake. And there's a lot of different flavors, so that's not a problem. We also have plant-based, by the way, if you're not a undenatured whey-based kind of person. But getting back to this, every person that shares with two of their friends, say you have a mom who wants to lose 20 pounds, go on this package, and her husband sees, oh my gosh, how did you do that? She can bring him in, and maybe the daughter has weight issues. She can bring her in. And for that, you've just helped that mother that you are training enroll two people who also want the product. For that, the company's going to say, thank you, pay you an additional $100. You can make $100 up to 20 people that you help who want to share. It's not about trying to convince. These products give results. And with results, people ask you, or you are just absolutely convinced. If I don't share, shame on me. That's how I feel, honestly. Okay, the big picture is next. The big picture is just where, teams start growing. And without you being involved a lot of the time, if you're serious as an entrepreneur, as I am, I have always surrounded myself with other leaders, other people who have experience in the industry, like myself, 34 years, and follow a system that is simple and duplicable so that you don't have to come in and go, how do I do this? It's a step-by-step systematic approach, and I can help you with that. But the big picture basically is cycling for long-term recurring income. All the other incomes I mentioned are upfront. You get paid weekly, not monthly, weekly pay. Recurring income is where people are just reordering. They have a reorder going because they don't want to miss out on the product. When people start running out, they panic. Honestly, I panicked with the collagen elixir. 3 days after putting the collagen in my body, you guys, I was a gymnast, remember? My senior year college, I blew my knee out. Posterior shred, posterior cruciate shred. If you know Billy Sims, look him up, Detroit Lions. We're the only two that ever had those surgeries back in the day. So my knee never straightened past about 165 degrees. One leg's hyperextended, the other one doesn't straighten. 3 days after drinking 2 bottles a day of this collagen elixir, I hear creaking and cracking, and my leg starts to break up all of that debris. It hydrates around my knee. My knee is straight today, and this was 3 years ago from drinking now 1 bottle a day of collagen. It's an amazing product. You can look this up. It's not powder. It's marine, 5 grams pure. Comes from the Antarctic seas, the Norwegian seas, I should say, and it's cold bottled immediately within less than a second into a dark bottle. So you get pure marine collagen, which is most like ours. So when people start getting results, they share, not because of you, but because you implemented the share with a customer or a client. This compensation is different. My first compensation was hard. I had to build 12 teams, and every month it started at 0. This company has done it right. 2 teams, no volume is ever flushed. You don't start at zero. All they do is put that extra volume, which equals cash, into a little bank account with your name on it. And when you do hit the cycle, which is basically 900 volume, $900 worth of product being purchased throughout the organization, 600 one side, 300 the other side. You don't need to know that. But suffice it to say, you're going to get a 6% override every single week, that there is a $900 push of purchases throughout your organizations. That to me is leverage. That to me is walkaway income. When you can duplicate that 6% times the 900, it's $54 for every cycle. 10 times that, that's $540 a week. 20 times that, you can see where I'm going. 100 times that, $5,400 a week. And it's not because of your efforts, it's because of the combined efforts of all those who love these products and those that want to make a business for themselves. So there's no flushing volume and there's no cash lost. So this can get really big, you guys. I mean, I'm not going to go into this. We can certainly do this separately, but on my feature section on LinkedIn, go to the Too Good to Miss. There's a link there. And this link helps you look at systems you can purchase, what there is available to you, and links if you want to purchase the collagen or the 30-day. I am here to absolutely help anybody who has the desire, the need, perhaps, and they're looking for something that's clean, that does get results. This company has done it right. And if you look at the backstory about how the Cleanse for Life was introduced, it was actually introduced from Dr. John Anderson, who had made products for over 600 companies in the health food industry. He also made products, over 2,000 different products, with all of his plant-based and nutrition-based and micro-based combinations to help that product become the best it could be so the human body would be nourished. What happened is corporate retail markups, they started cutting back on the amount they could pay him for the ingredients that he knew had to be in there. So he said, forget this, I have got to do this on my own. Dr. John Anderson, the mineral man, you can look him up, he had one of the largest botanical farms in the world. He was bitten by a brown recluse spider. His leg inflamed. After that, he was put in the hospital. They tried to, get it out of his system, the venom. They couldn't. They said, we're going to have to amputate your leg. You can imagine. He's like, no way. A friend picked him up, took him home. He went into his lab and, like a mad scientist, started creating concoctions, everything he knew about plants that could draw out the impurities, get the toxins out of the body. He came up with the Cleanse for Life. We've had this product for 22 years. It is an unbelievable product now with studies, third-party studies. We don't get studies done and then decide if we want them published. This company has signed a no return, whereby a third-party university or lab, what have you, studies products or packages and finds out, is this really doing what this company says it's going to do? 100%, over 20 studies have been published. Medical journals, health journals, you name it. So with that said, there's really nothing to lose. There is 100% money back guarantee, no questions asked. Get on some product. If you are a trainer, if you are in the salon industry, these are perfect ways to blend an opportunity for you to create a recurring income for yourself, so that when you walk away from the 9 to 5, exchanging time for money, you've got a built-in source of income. I really appreciate your time. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'm here, JeanetteLowry.com. See you soon.